makes over $300,000 per year. He has a wife that is happy. He got what three houses. He has two in the U.S. and one in the DR. This man is doing things, going places. Listen, he has the proof. All right, so that's all your data, stats, and statistics right there. A man that's actively doing it. So you might have somebody that may push back, but again, this man has all of the results. And I actually lean on him a lot, man, when it comes to a lot of information. But anyway, with that being said, go ahead, Bridget. Go ahead. Go ahead. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all go back and listen to every single last, I don't know if it was 10, 11, 12, but let me tell you something. When that guy speaks, people listen. Okay? When he speaks, people listen. CEO of company. Come on, man. We ain't gonna get into everything that man got going on. Go ahead, Bridget. The only person that got pushed back. The only person that got pushed back. Let me go ahead and add that. Go ahead.
I don't care. I'm always have pushback. So it is what it is. You take it, leave it, whatever. Anywho. That's the problem. No, because we have to be honest and we have to be open. Alpha males are not picture perfect, first of all. Nobody said some of what you said, yes, I agree with. However, sometimes alpha males can be a tad bit aggressive.
Assertive.
They are introverted. They don't look for other people.
You done slid through the crack on purpose. But go ahead.
No, I've listened to everything you said.
Right. When then one end came out of the other. Go ahead.
Okay, whatever. They also you make me sick. They also are introverted.
While you're saying this, have you ever been with an alpha male?
No, but you know, I used to think alpha males were bad boys, but that's not technically the case. So I learned what.
Okay, I said it's either here.
Well, no, I mean you asked the question. I was just answering the question. So, go ahead. Right. So I was answering the question.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
You go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't doing this with y'all tonight.
No, go ahead. No.
Go ahead. That's the problem. Because see, one thing with alpha males, they feel that they are always right, that they are never wrong, and there's nothing anyone else can say that compensates for anything that they say or do. An alpha male sometimes can be insecure, like he said, but yes, they are introverted, so therefore they look for their self for acceptance. They don't really be looking for other people to accept whatever they're doing or not doing. They are leaders, but they do still have different flaws as well. So I mean, some are ambitious, some can utilize that power, some can be more than your average. So I don't necessarily know where the data is or anything exactly, but I'm curious to know because everybody uses their power to a certain degree, and alpha males are dominant people. That's just their nature. There is a place of aggression still there. It may not be like full force realm, but they still do have a tad bit of aggression. They do have tantrums too. They're not perfect. They have a lot of other things going on for themselves as well. So it's not like, okay, he met all this on the checklist and he's this, and this, and there's not anything else there. There are still flaws within an alpha male, regardless. So that's all that I was gonna say.
Because there weren't any flaws, because I distinctly said that this guy does not have it.
No, I didn't say that. I was saying that to get to No, I was saying that to get to this next point.
Go ahead.
If you are looking for I'm not going to say looking. If your desire is to be with an alpha male, you are going to have a certain mindset to deal with the alpha male, because the alpha male is really going to look to you in a sense to be very submissive and optimistic, and he's not going to want you to question or rebuttal anything that he does or says. So you're going to have to be prepared for that. If you want to have a voice, then you need to make sure early on in the relationship and having those uncomfortable conversations that you guys talk about all of those things, because most of the time with the alpha male, they are the leader, so they are in charge. So with you being a woman, you have to not only be submissive to your husband, but you also have to have a different mindset than just your average person if you are planning to be with the alpha male.
Okay, so let's go back to you because I think the where we kind of fell off is the aggressive and assertive thing. So again, with an
Hmm.
aggressive person, they're thinking basically being selfish. I'm trying to get to where I need to be, you know what I'm saying? But with an assertive person, when they act, it's with intentions. They know exactly what they need to do. It's not like I'm gonna step on your toes to get to where I need to be. That's not of an alpha male. So aggressive and assertive is two different things. So I think that's
Hmm.
where
They are.
our thing was. But you were saying that they are a little bit aggressive, but you can be in a sense aggressive but still be assertive at the same time. But I was saying basically he's more assertive than he is aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we fell off at. So I'm just trying to make sure we get back on track for the people that's listening, so we know. So
Yeah.
what?
And I'm just saying for those women that they're going to have to work hard if they are with the alpha male, or that's what they're choosing to, that's what they are saying they desire to be with, because that is not an easy task. So you have to really know what that looks like if that's what you're really choosing to be with.
Right. So you said
It's
something
not,
about. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's not an easy task, but wouldn't most women want that? Even if it means they have to go the extra mile.
Mm, not with the way the society is nowadays. I wouldn't. Me personally, I don't think it's most. I would say, well, yeah, because we're not saying majority, we're saying most. I would probably say most. I'd agree with that because majority aren't really out here with that mindset.
So I see you guys said something about beta male. What's that about? I seen beta.
I think she was saying when I was talking
Um,
about my guy.
Yeah, because she was saying with I forgot exactly what JoJo was saying, but pretty much a beta male is somebody more that is to please his woman. So he
Yeah,
remembers like all the little small dates, and he cater, huh?
I said, I'm agreeing with you. I said, yeah, I know what a beta male is, but you can go ahead and break it down for the people that don't know what a beta male is. Because they need to hear this. They need
Okay,
to hear this. They need to hear that.
okay. All right. So pretty much a beta male is somebody that caters to his woman. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's more like on the in a sense like an average line, far as a guy, like an average type guy, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but he is more like he's there to kind of please her and like stroke her ego. Um, he's not really trying to take over the scene and like be dominant or really fall into full leadership.
A partner. A partner. Yeah, those are the guys that typically look for like a partner or whatever, hand in hand, whatnot. And if you really want to go down, you take it to the simps or whatever. Yeah. Tell you, I gotta
No,
be.
no, no. There's a whole hierarchy now. So actually, I think the beta is actually up there closer with like the omega and the alpha. So if you're gonna talk about go that far, I think I could be wrong. I might have to pull it up, but I think it's actually a different name for those that you're talking about.
Yeah. Well,
Hold on, let me go look.
simps. No, the term simp came along. A simp male is someone that pretty much does everything, what I'm saying, for the woman's benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll try to spend all his money on her. He's willing to spend all his money on her and hope that she's gonna be nice to him. That's basically something like what a simp would do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna spend
yeah.
$6,000 on you. You know what I'm saying? I hope she give me another date. Grief, brother. Did you pay your rent?
Woo,
Did you pay your rent?
6,000.
6G, 6G. Hey, it was. I don't want to get off topic, but it was a guy that was paying that girl's rent. What, like 2 years after they had done broke up? He was paying for her to stay in a penthouse. It was like five. All of her bills altogether was like 5,500. He was putting her in a penthouse and like like one of them big boy cars or something.
I remember that.
And she moved her boyfriend in, and he was still paying rent for them while her boyfriend was staying in the penthouse with her.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no
So,
way.
Yeah.
look at Devontae like, ain't no way. Been quiet. I was like, ain't no way. That ain't happening. So within the hierarchy, beta males are, it says men who are not pushovers or someone to look down on, but rather someone who is friendly and respects others. Being friendly is something that many people associate with when it comes to the beta male personality. You have a delta male, which I think is probably more what KD's talking about when he says simp. And the delta is the most common type. They're the backbone of society and consist of normal guys who show up to their jobs and live jobs and lives, contribute to society and take pride in those contributions. So let me see. And then you have the gamma male, and that is a male that is intellectual, highly romantic.
So y'all look good, man. Y'all look good.
Oh,
shout out to KD, man. Hey, I appreciate you for tuning in, bro.
Man.
Appreciate that.
He's He's ideologically driven man who holds a lower status position in the social dominance hierarchy. They desire to be leaders and are envious of the rank and privilege that comes natural to the alphas and betas.
Okay.
So
dope. All right. So
so this is how the hierarchy goes. At the top, so we got a triangle. At the top, you got the alpha, then you got the beta, delta, gamma, and the omegas.
Okay. Dope. All right, so we're gonna get into this next question real quick. Would you hit a dyke?
With my fist?
Wait, hit her as in like fighter or hit her as in
like knock her?
Huh?
Yeah, like knock out.
So this is a dude question?
Either one, a girl too. Would you fight her? I guess.
I mean, she a female. So
I know she's female. I mean, if I don't
Devontae, what would you do?
Tell me right now.
If I don't know that she's a female and she come up as a bull dyke, then I'm putting her hands to work.
My hands don't discriminate, dog. You come off like you a dude.
If she a chick and she dressed up like a dude,
come on, push your damn top back so quick, boy. What you say? What you say? Like they say, boy, I turn around the hell out them cities, boy.
Meat cutlers.
You said you gonna knock the toxic testosterone out of her chest?
Yeah. You damn right. I don't know about that, dog. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Some of them dykes be getting out of hand. I honestly feel like they forget that they women. Oh, you done forgot? Yeah. Well, shit, I have too. Somebody got YouTube playing in the back, man. Somebody got YouTube playing in the back.
Oh.
All right.
My bad.
Not
so
intentionally.
I'm curious, man. So would y'all fight a dyke, or what would y'all do? If y'all about to get into it in front of y'all, man, with a date with
Anybody who put their hands on me and I feel I need to protect myself is going down. I don't care who you are.
But what if they just get in their fighting stance? They ain't struck you yet. What if they just listen? Going back and forth.
If you come in my personal space, and I feel like I need to protect myself, I'm gonna do what's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I feel you. All right, real quick. Should a man be focused? Should a man be more focused on finding a wife or his purpose? And should a woman be more focused on finding a husband or whatever? Go ahead, Bridget. Go ahead.
So, a man should be focused on his purpose. In doing so, that he will already get everything in line, so he will be prepared for whenever he looks for his wife. For a woman, she should be focused on her purpose and making sure that if she is desiring to be a wife, that she has put in the work to prepare to be a wife so that she is ready when her Boaz comes to find her. So she needs to make sure that she is doing what she needs to on her behalf and not worrying about finding a husband, because it says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So she just needs to make sure that she's ready and prepared for when that time comes.
Okay. All right. Who want to chime in next? The question is, should a man be more focused on finding a wife or his purpose? Should a woman be more focused on finding a husband or whatever? What should she be focused on? All right, JoJo, going?
Go ahead, Jojo.
I think Devontae is ready.
Okay. Either way, they don't even.
Oh, I was gonna let you go. I was about to say it, but
you're a gentleman.
I think the man should definitely be focused on his purpose, and I would say the woman should be focused on a husband first, because I think, but I guess it just depends on the type of woman. But I would think that man is going to be the one to lead. So if you're focused on your husband, then your purpose will be your family.
Okay, that's definitely, I didn't think about it like that. Okay.
I feel that a man should focus on his purpose, and a woman should focus on her purpose, because if she doesn't fulfill herself, then she's going to look for her man to fulfill her. But she has to do the work herself in order for her to be happy in any relationship that she gets into. So a woman should definitely, go for what she wants, and a man should definitely go for what he wants. That way he's not dependent on her to make him happy in that capacity, and a woman is not dependent on the man to make her happy in that capacity.
Okay, I definitely got a question for her. I like that POV, but I got a question, but I'm gonna go to Desiree first and let her chime in. Go ahead, Desiree. Get off Pornhub, man, for just for a second.
I'm just sitting back and I'm just waiting my turn. I'm just being patient and quiet.
Okay.
But
damn it, I didn't mean to. My bad. Good grief. I meant to put my bad. Good grief. All right, go ahead, Desiree. Go for it.
Okay, so I do feel that they both should be working on their purpose. I do feel that the woman should also be preparing herself mentally, physically, and emotionally to welcome her husband in, as well as pursuing her purpose as well.
Online is not going to be a coach.
What the hell is going on? What is that? All right,
Pornhub.
So
Really, JoJo?
Really? I see that Vaseline over there. Girl. I like, yo.
It was still on my mind.
So real quick question. And I'm gonna pivot off of what Desiree said and JoJo said. So Desiree was basically saying, she's preparing herself mentally, physically, and emotionally to basically be a wife. So isn't that what her purpose is? Because I know you guys said focus on her purpose. So wouldn't that be what the woman's purpose should be? Focusing on, what I'm saying, becoming a wife physically, mentally, emotionally, and all of that? Or what do you guys think? Devontae?
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's
No, no,
very true.
yeah, I'm really asking Devontae
Oh,
and Bridget because, but yeah, both of y'all, I understood what everybody was saying, but I understood what you guys were saying. I'm just trying to figure out what Devontae and Bridget were talking about as far as a woman finding her purpose, because I actually do believe a woman's purpose is, her husband, becoming a wife, physically, mentally, emotionally, and all that. Devontae, your what's the name on mute? I don't know if you or Bridget are going for it. I don't know.
So you want to go first, Bishop? I already got mine. I already know what I'm about to say. But if you would like to go first, you can.
I think she said yes. Bridget, you on mute too. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead, Devontae.
Okay. So to me, a woman's purpose is, as well as a man's purpose, is to be the best version of themselves. And with that being said, whatever they have set, whatever life has in stores for them, as far as career wise and stuff like that, or anything, whatever their purpose is, they need to figure out the better version, figure out whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fulfills them to makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, when you're growing up, you don't know what makes you happy, so you just kind of just settle for whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to know yourself before you try to get to know anybody else. So that should be your main. That should be your main focus, is knowing yourself, knowing what makes you happy, and know where you want to go.
Okay, before I chime in real quick, I'm gonna let Bridget go ahead.
So, in reference when I said that both should make sure that they find their purpose, it is part. I feel like part of it is, like I was saying, make sure that you are preparing to be a wife and that you are ready for when that time comes. But you do have to know who you are. Um, I'm gonna speak a little bit more far as a little different. So, like, I know everybody on here says they believe in Christ. So, God created everybody for a certain purpose. Whether He did create you as husband and wife and everything in between, there's still a certain assignments He gives each and every one of us. So, if you are keeping in tune with your relationship with Him and you're making sure that you are being the best version of you, which you can do by making sure you align yourself with Him, everything else will fall into place and you will know what your purpose is as to fulfill within that aspect. Um, so that's what I mean by purpose, because you have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, whether you are a woman or even a man, if you don't know who you are, what you like, pretty much along with what Devontae's saying, if you don't know what makes you happy, if you've had certain issues, like how we talk about counseling and therapy, things like that on here, if there's things that have not been, you haven't been freed from, and you haven't found out who you are and had the opportunity to know your likes and dislikes, it's going to be hard to be with somebody because you don't even know what you like or don't like. So even if you are, as a woman, going to be submissive, you need to be able to know what are deal breakers and what aren't, and things of that nature and vice versa. So
So,
you have to do that self journey.
so we do believe that being in a relationship with this person is going to be different from the next person, right?
Hmm.
So it may be some things that she did not like with this person that the next person doesn't even do. So if she's
Correct.
getting, so if she's getting with that man, what I'm saying, at a young age, why not go ahead and figure out what those things are together and just keep an open
Yes.
communication between both of us So, baby, hey, you more than free to tell me when you don't like things. When you don't like these things, I feel like life is just learning each and every doggone day that, what I'm saying, we're on this earth. So it may be some things that she didn't like at
Mhm.
age 18 that, what I'm saying, I actually kind of like that now. It's been a couple of different food things that I didn't like, what I'm saying, when I was growing up. Wow, it really wasn't that bad once I actually tried or whatever. But why not get those experiences and stuff with your husband instead of, because Devontae, I heard you say something about career. So what if a woman, she's trying to figure out herself and she's focusing on her career instead of focusing on finding a husband? She's spending her valuable years, her most valuable years, working for somebody else when she should be spending them with somebody that she's going to be growing old with.
So that last part question answer is everybody feels like they have a purpose in life outside of the family that they create. So a lot of times, due to distractions of life events, it kind of curve you from what your purpose is. Um, so a lot of times people might have had that thought in mind of what their purpose is, but like I said, due to distractions of life events, they go into different things and they kind of circle around what that main purpose is. So in a perfect world, that would make sense, but a lot of times it doesn't work like that. You got to just kind of find out, like say you for instance, it took you a while to kind of figure out where you wanted to be, what was your purpose, what made you happy, and what you wanted to do.
As a
That's
man,
just
as a
that's
man,
just
yeah.
right. That's just life. That's life of a man or a woman. Um, when you say a woman should just go out and just if her main focus is just should just be on the man and things like that. You gotta kind of understand that she has more to her than just being a wife and a mother. You know what I'm saying? It's more to her than that. You know what I'm saying? If you as you flip the page, you'll see that she also is a doctor, nurse, whatever, or whatever fulfills her.
She can
Sometimes, so
she
she
can be
has
that,
to.
but she can be that with her family, with her kids, and all the other stuff. So I'm gonna say this as a guy, as a man. I honestly
Yeah.
feel like a man should focus on figuring out what his purpose is in life.
Mhm.
You talked about, what I'm saying, me finding my purpose and all the other stuff. Yeah, I think that's normal for a man to try to figure out what their purpose is in life. But as what I think is, as a woman, your purpose in life is to become a wife. You can become a teacher, a nurse, or whatever to the children. Not saying that that's going to limit her to just doing that. Some women, after, I'm going to say, after you have found your husband, because I honestly feel like a woman, once you become, what I'm saying, whatever age, the age that you understand things, that should be your focus. Like, we should be creating or helping our young daughters and stuff grow up and become wives. You know what I'm saying? Try to prep them right now so they understand what or how important having a wife is. Same thing for our sons. You know what I'm saying? Becoming a husband, understanding the importance of being a leader. And I feel like we don't do that enough. We tell kids and we tell people to focus more on their careers, and their best years are spent working for somebody
Mhm.
instead of finding that purpose finding that person that you should be with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. Creating black babies, black families, and help build up our culture the way that it once was. We're spending our time focused on the wrong things.
I think it should be a equal balance of your purpose as far as career lies and being a wife slash husband. I think it should be an equal balance of both. You got to learn how
You
to
got,
do
but you got to
both.
put something first. You got to put something first. You can't have an equal balance. Either you're gonna choose your career first, either your husband finding a husband comes first, or your career comes first.
No,
There's
I'm
no
saying, what I'm saying is you got to learn, you got to be taught both of them. You got to be taught how to be both, how to be a husband / wife, and how to manage a career and do X, Y, and Z. You got to be taught both, because you're not gonna come out the gate and become a wife. Like when you had the scenario of a girl and a guy at a young age, why don't they try to figure it out together? That's like saying, oh, okay, it's summertime, it's supposed to be hot in the South. So you just go out there in this outfit, and then you go
So I don't
outside,
want
you be like,
I don't want it to get confused
chilly?
or twisted. I don't want to get it confused or twisted, because you
Uh-huh.
still need to be an adult, a functioning adult. So I'm not saying you're not teaching them any life lessons along the way, but what I'm saying is you need to be prepping them to be a husband and to be a wife, and understand the importance of becoming a husband and becoming a wife or whatever. But still, a woman's focus going into relationships or whatever, you should be focused on, and you should be marriage minded at the end of the day. So you should approach that, in that sense.
Right. And going into a relationship, yes, I totally agree with that part. But if we talking about outside the relationship, you gotta figure out yourself. You gotta figure out you, because a man don't know how to, what I'm saying? How can one person make another person happy if that person don't know what makes them happy? That's all I'm saying. You got to know what makes you happy in order for somebody to make you happy.
Okay, so let's talk about structure. Let's talk about structure. Men provide structure, correct? Go ahead.
So Devontae, I think what KD is saying is, if you're taught at an early age, in regards to gender roles, in regards to purpose for a woman and a man, you're going to grow up with the mindset that you should have when you're older, and you're not going to have to take the time to find yourself, because you're going to already know what your purpose is. My purpose as a woman is to find a husband and please him. You see what I'm saying? If it's taught from an early age, you're already going to know what you're supposed to do as a woman. Or as a man, I'm supposed to lead my home. I'm supposed to provide, So these are the things that I need to do in order to get that. So if we were to teach children at an early age, this is what you should be doing. Guidance. Then you're not going to have to take your whole 20s to figure it out.
Nope, because I already know. It was already taught to me from generation, just how they do it in those other cultures that are super successful. Just think about the Asians and all the other stuff. They're prepping their kids at a young age. The problem with us is we basically putting our kids out there, and you just got to figure it out. You got to do exactly what I did. Instead of telling them your purpose in life is to be a wife. All right. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose as a man and take care of your wife and everything that comes along with that. We need that structure back. Because if people have structure, then that just cut out damn 10, 15 years of me trying to figure it out. Okay, cool. I know what I got to do. Now I'm on a straight and narrow path. I know exactly what I got to do. That just cut out a lot of procrastination and bullshit years. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into this next topic. We are almost done, man. Should modern day women be taken care of?
Should modern day women be taken care of?
The modern day woman, should she be taken care of in a relationship?
I don't know how to answer that question, man.
Think about when you think about the modern woman, what do you think about?
She's self-sufficient, independent, and she kind of just,
How does she operate in a relationship? Let me ask you that. Then.
In a relationship, I don't know. All I see is a person that just, goes her own. She, goes her own path. She does everything she wants to do, and she kind of fend for herself. I guess. I'm not sure.
All right, go ahead, Desiree. You look like Should the modern day woman be taken care of in a relationship? Who's that?
Oh, sorry.
Um, I mean, in a relationship, I really don't even know where to start at with answering this question. Honestly, I don't know.
Modern. When you think about a modern day woman, is just basically a woman of today. How do women act today? Come on, I mean, good grief. Are we blind? Are we just out here just not paying attention to how modern women are carrying themselves? Good night.
I mean, no, it's not that we're not aware. I'm definitely aware, but I'm just
So should,
thinking that
so
she
should they
wants to
be
take care of herself.
if she's in a relationship? Should modern day women be taken care of?
If you're in a relationship, I guess you should take care of your woman.
All right, go ahead, JoJo.
I agree. I agree.
Um,
I,
I
I,
would say,
oh,
we're talking about modern day women. I would
Yes.
say no.
Ah,
I would say
oh,
because they're not doing. Most of these modern women today are not efficient in just basic stuff, washing clothes, cooking. You know what I'm
lazy.
saying, and just how to maintain, like clean. Um, there's the I don't know what the gap is with some of these women. They just feel like I'm pretty. That's all I need to do. That's my job. I think if we're talking about majority of women, they feel like that's all they're talking about in the songs now is I don't cook, I don't clean.
Clean, right? Come on, thank you, hot girl summer. Come on, man. Good grief, are we not paying attention to what's going on?
I think
So
I think this man. I think with that propaganda, like with the music industry and certain TV shows, I think it takes the attention off of the women that are doing the same thing that they did back in the day. I
A
think,
small percentage, though. That's a small percentage.
but no,
We're
no. I
talking about
think the
modern day
smaller
women.
percentage. I think the smaller percentage of what y'all say modern day women are the smaller percentage. I think there are a lot of women out here for the right man or for whatever. They'll do, they'll do what they need to do. They just like the women from back in the day. I think the attention I think that the scope is focused just on that type of woman. But it's a lot of women out here that still take care of home and still take care of business. But the,
there's
the
a lot
camera
of
the
women.
camera the camera lens is not on them. We're not ain't nobody focus on them. We focus on the negatives, just like we always do with everything. We always focus on the negative side of a woman. With what we think of one. That all they talk about is in music and.
Hold
But
on, wait.
you notice with that
So,
type of music, it's only black women. You hear that in the black community. Like you have
so let
black
me ask you,
artists, they
can I
say,
ask
I
you a
don't do
question?
this, I don't do that. You know what I'm
Can I ask you
saying?
a question, D? Can I ask
Huh?
you a question really, really quick?
What's up?
Have you ever seen Kevin Samuel's show?
Not all of it, no.
But you've seen some of the reactions and some of the women that come on there, correct?
Some of them, yeah, but I've seen maybe like one or two videos of Kevin Samuels,
I'm gonna
but it
send you
wasn't the
a
whole thing.
I'm gonna tell you to go look up any one of them, and I
Mhm.
want you to do a whatever out of 10 was any video, any video. You can actually go watch this live. It might be tonight or tomorrow, and
Mhm.
see how modern day women act. And I'm gonna say 98% of those women that call the show again are just regular women. We're not even talking about women that are out here on the platform and shining a light. Those are just regular women that's calling in and get their
Mhm.
mindset, how they think and how they act towards their men.
But I think those type of women, they it's been like that. Those are the same type of women from back in the day. Those are the type of women who can keep a man back in the day. You had those who did put in the work and did what they supposed to do. And they kept a man. And you had those who didn't put in the work and they couldn't keep a man and they was chasing after everybody else, man.
It's a small, very, very small percentage, brothers. What I'm trying to paint this picture. I mean, you go on any platform, on TV shows, TV, you can go on TV shows. Those women that used to come to Steve Harvey's TV show, how they thought. Men out here, and I mean, snapping neck, eyes rolling, and all the other stuff. Anytime it comes to speaking to a man, majority. Again, we are talking about the majority of women. The majority of women out here. You honestly think that those type of women that we're talking about are the caliber of women that you're talking about?
So
You're saying that small majority is actually small percentage is actually a bigger percentage.
So okay, we use that Steve Harvey as an example.
Kevin Samuels as well.
Okay, Kevin Samuels as well. Okay, it's easy to use Steve Harvey because he has a live audience and you see a whole lot. You see everybody, right? So usually those type of women, the modern day women that we speak of, they're normally the louder ones. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's out there, outspoken. They go say this, they go say that. But you notice,
you wouldn't say that's most of women though. You wouldn't say that's most of women.
But let me finish. So that you got that woman right there, right? But what you're not focused on, because you focus on this loud woman that's talking, right? What you're not focused on is all of those women that's sitting down quiet. They sitting there
agreeing with her,
catching the gems, and they sitting there chilling.
No, so most of those women are.
That's what I see when I see women. I see women, you know what I'm saying? They talk this game, they talk that, they blah blah blah. But then we kind of just zoom in on them. But if you zoom out, you see all those women behind them, around them.
Agreeing. They are agreeing. They are agreeing with her. Yes.
Y'all, Desiree wanted to chime in.
Yes.
Go ahead, Desiree.
I'm agreeing. All of them women are agreeing the whole time. Yes, girl. Yes, speak. Come on. Most of them.
Notice that the cameraman only focusing on the ones who agreeing, but not focusing on the whole crowd.
They zoom out. You know, I deal with cameras, brother. They zoom out to get that wide shot, and all of those women are clapping their hands and shaking their head. Absolutely. Come on, speak, girl. Speak. Yes.
Go ahead, Desiree.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and chime in. Go ahead and chime in.
I was just going to say that the only reason why I agreed to her being taken care of is because she's in a relationship, and if the man chose to be in a relationship with her, that was his choice.
We said deserve though. Does she deserve it? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, if he chose to, yeah.
I want to say this: you don't deserve shit in life. You need to work for any and everything. Something. I mean some way, shape, or form. Yeah, don't nobody. I don't give a damn what you look like. You don't deserve a damn thing on this earth. You need to work for whatever it is that you want. Period. And that's anybody. Don't nobody deserve a damn.
But that's contradictory.
How?
That contradicts the last question or two that was just asked recently.
What's that, Bridget? Go ahead and play that thing up for me.
Because earlier when we were talking about a purpose for a man and we were talking about a purpose for a woman, even if women can't just sit and tap their toes and wait for a man to come get them. So they have to have a career to succeed until their husband finds them. So it's not like they can just sit around and do all the other work and just sit there and wait and just wait. So you have to still get out there and do stuff. You still have to have a career. I think that once your husband has found you, then that's whenever it comes back to you coming to the table together to say, okay, now this is where your role comes in as the wife part, because now this person is courting you to be his wife, where you have those conversations on what is going to be put to the side. Is she going to put her career to the side now because now she's having the obligations to family and these other things? So, yeah, I think because you're saying you just said nobody deserves anything. You have to work for what you want. So definitely don't want anybody that's listening to think that they shouldn't still pursue something, because it doesn't always happen in the cliche of getting married young or working those things out, and someone still has to have a career. So I think when you come together, that's whenever you figure out what's going to work for your family.
Well, I would say this. I do agree But I would say this. Say, for instance, if you're 18 years old, you got a woman that's 18 years old, right? And you got a young man that's like 18 years old. He may be a little bit older. Anyway, and she has a father figure in her life, and he's already instilled this into her. You know what I'm saying? You want your goal in life is to be a husband. I mean, is to be a wife, right? So any relationship that you get into or whatever, you need to make sure that that man is marriage minded, right? So again, she is already did the work in becoming a wife. She understands what it is to become a wife. And the guy, the husband, the potential husband, he sees that in her. He's like, damn, she's operating on a completely different frequency from these modern day women. I'm talking about nothing like them. So I'm gonna go to her dad. Hey, I'm actually interested in pursuing your daughter. I want to marry her. She already done did the work growing up. She haven't even made it out of college yet. You done already did the work, baby girl. I'm trying to take you off the market. I want to marry you today. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I'm talking about. The work. We already done figured out what your purpose is. Your dad already done instilled that in you. And when guys see that, let me tell you something. Women that are wives are getting snatched up left and right. If you a wife, let me tell you something. You gonna get snatched up. I promise you, because you're operating on a completely different frequency from these modern day women. And I promise you, a man is going to see that. It's just something that it's just a type of energy that those type of women give off. I promise you, they are getting snatched up left and right. So that
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that that's not always the case, because I mean, your husband might not be in the same place where you're at. You might meet your husband while you're in college. I mean, I've heard so many different scenarios. So I get what you're saying. Like it could be that she's in college or anything of that nature. I'm just saying that you have to make sure that there's certain underlying things that are still being done until that time comes, because you definitely don't want to rush that, you know.
Facts.
And also I know a few times tonight, you know, it was made about a woman finding her husband. Women are not to find their husband is to find them. Women get in trouble going out here looking for a man or looking for a husband because that's not their job. So they stand in their own way.
Hold on, say that one more time real quick.
I said that women are not supposed to look or go to find their husband. It is the man's job to find them. Women get themselves in trouble going out here trying to find and pursue a man or husband because they get in their own way. That is not their job to do. That's the man's job to pursue you, not you go pursue him. And sometimes when you go ahead and try to step and do that, you can get yourself into trouble.
So what would you tell a woman? Like how would you tell her like she sees a potential husband, right? Like what would you tell
Hmm.
what would you tell her to do? Because me personally, I would tell her to drop a handkerchief or let herself be known in some way, form, fashion, or something. You have to let it be known in order for a guy to
Yeah,
come
I mean,
over.
I would agree. I would make sure that if that's something someone that piques your interest, one, pray about it. Two, make yourself, known, but you definitely don't go chase the person. Like there are different cues and different things you give them, which we've talked about on previous podcasts. Um, but it's not your job to go chase that person. Like once you've been seen, you've been seen. It's up to him to pursue you because there's no point of putting time and energy somewhere and they're not interested in you. If a man, like you're saying, if a man really wants you and he wants to pursue you, he is going to come to you. He is going to already know the underlining about you even before he steps to you. So you all you have to do is do your part of being presentable, being in your natural, whatever form and rarity that is, being you and being humble, having your feminine side and having everything being approachable and being able to be that person whenever that person comes. Because if you aren't approachable, but you're saying you like the person, he ain't gonna approach you. So you have to be careful on like your representation and your impression and what you're putting off for them to receive.
I would agree. I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Anybody else want to chime in? Joe, you good over there, man? You look like somebody done roughed you up. One of them kids on Whoop Chat dollars. ah, done tenderize them titties. No. All right, so we might make this the last question. Okay. All right. Shout out to Official King 32 for tuning in, man. We appreciate you, bro. David Wilson 3736. Fix your name. No, I'm joking. Appreciate you, bro, man. Much love, dog. All right. So all right. So really quick question. Let me see, where is it? Okay, people that always have sex with the lights off are insecure about something. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You said people that always keep the lights off?
Always, yeah. People that always have the lights off are insecure about something. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I agree.
Hey, I'm more of a lights on type of person, dog.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like to see what I'm doing. I like to see the result of what's going on.
I feel like it's more of a connection, man. You know what I'm saying, when the lights are on versus the lights are off.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't even know who I'm having sex with in this damn dark. Girl, where your damn head at, man?
Exactly.
Hey, you over there between the pillows. Oh shit, my bad. Let me. Damn, girl, you feel so soft with that. What the hell right there? What is that, velvet? Oh,
It's happening here, snoring.
all right. What do you think about, lady? What do y'all think?
I don't know if it's so
I would
much.
agree. It's
I
some
mean,
type of
I would say
insecurity.
This is both of y'all talking the same time.
No, go ahead, JoJo.
What is that velvet? Oh, my bad.
well, I think for a lot of people it's insecurity, but I think some people are just uncomfortable with sex. So they just feel more comfortable with the lights off.
Stupid.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to think, I grew up really religious. So they always say God's watching. So
oh Lord, don't say that, man. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'm thinking about.
No, I'm saying,
He's watching all the time. Dark lights, whatever. He's watching you.
I ain't pulling nothing out with that, dog.
Yeah,
I always felt like God was watching.
He's
that's how I literally
omnipresent.
felt.
He's omnipresent here.
The lights off? What?
Dog, come on, Bridget.
Y'all can still see with the lights off with the world.
I didn't say I was smart.
God is the light. He can see with the lights on or off. Like, come on now.
I didn't say I was smart.
Hold on, wait a minute, player. Turn them lights out before we get started.
Put that Bible in the drawer.
Hold on, let me get a look at you before I turn the lights on.
Yeah. You got a picture with them on your phone.
That'd be fun. So Jojo, what if the dude took a picture of you and while he on top and everything, he got a picture of you while he on top of you like this? I keep all
photos.
Huh?
I keep all photos and videos. I keep that. You're
more
more
than
than
he's
welcome to
actually
take
looking
video.
at a live photo of you because the lights is turned off. He's looking at you like this, like okay. Yeah.
So I'm curious to how did you get out of that mindset, man? If you sitting there thinking that, because something like that will scar somebody, man.
It did. It took me a long time and a lot of sinning to just say F it.
A lot of who?
32. That boy 32 years old and still ain't got none, dog.
And that is the prime example what JoJo just said. When you continue to sin, she said a lot of sin will make you say forget it. When you drown it out with sin, that's how you forget it. But the truth always remains. So
I'm seeing Desiree ain't said 2 words over there. Ain't said 2. Come on, Desiree, come to the front of the congregation. Come on,
I mean,
please.
I don't want to interrupt anybody, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm just kind of staying low key.
Okay.
But
Say your truth, please.
okay, now give me the question one more time. Now I forgot.
If the person
people that always have sex with the lights
Okay.
off.
I got it now. Thank you.
No problem.
But I don't know because I can't really relate to that question. Because I mean, I'm not insecure, and especially if it's somebody that I'm going to have sexual relations with, or a relationship or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like I am not finna what I'm hiding. I mean, like I don't know what I'm hiding because even if you got the lights out, you still gonna be able to feel and tell what it is or what it ain't. I don't know, so I can't relate to that. So I don't know, but if I had to guess,
is that you?
it's what me.
No, I'm saying dude fell around in the dark. Baby,
Oh.
where you at?
But if I had to guess, I would think that I don't know. I mean, like I like to sleep in the dark, so I mean, I like it dark. You know what I'm saying? At nighttime. So if you hear and we, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be dark. But that don't have nothing to do with insecurities, because the next day the sun gonna be out, the lights gonna be, it's gonna be daytime. What I'm gonna do? What did I say? What you got to say? That's Devontae, why you scratching your head? Y'all be asking these uncomfortable conversations. I mean questions, and then when I give y'all these uncomfortable answers, then you want to go over there and scratch your head.
That's just like a personated dog for real.
Right.
Oh. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, this is neither here. This was like a few years back or whatever. Somebody like, hey, I need to talk to you real quick. I was like, okay, all right, cool. Go ahead and spill it, man. I need to open up to you about. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead and spill it. And they told me that they was obsessed over me, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, dog. I got uncomfortable there, but I just thought about what she just said. Yeah, go ahead. Now, fast forward a few seconds before, I was like, yeah, go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? Speak your mind, whatever you got to say or whatnot. Oh, shit. It's crazy, man. But anyway, y'all have Bridget, go ahead and chime in because you still haven't said anything yet. You chimed in about what JoJo was saying. I didn't hear you get your little spiel about the question.
So the question was, if the lights are off and they always want the lights off, that there's apparently they have insecurities, correct?
Yeah.
And I said yes, I believe that is very true. Because like Desiree saying too, I mean, whether the lights on, off, whatever going on, you gonna know everything that's up under here because we doing the do. So it makes no sense. It's pointless. Like
what they doing, Bridget? They doing.
They doing the do. So I mean, they gonna feel every crease and crevice. I mean, it is what it is. They gonna feel it. So you might as well keep the lights on. You might as well do it in the daytime, noontime, evening time. Just do this with your husband now. Practice abstinence till then now. But whenever that time comes, you just do it any time of the day. I mean, you gonna see each other all the time. I mean, do what you gotta do.
You got to be careful because you don't want to go in the wrong hole.
Right.
What you counting over there, D?
Oh, how many times today? Because I'm like morning, noon, and night.
Girl, you got morning. Yeah, you got morning, noon, and night. You got lunch. Then you got before work.
Yeah.
You got after work.
Yeah.
Right, I'm over here scratching my head too.
All these damn cats. I tell you, boy, that's a lot of cats going on here. Whole lot of capping.
Drink a lot
It's
of
a lot.
water.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Drink a lot of water.
Right.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
Stay
Now,
hydrated.
do we know they going straight to sleep afterward, dog? Ain't no
Heck
damn.
yeah, after the first one, they tired. They don't even want to do it no more. You might get it in one more time before the end of the day, but they talk about all them 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. You lying like a mud. Unless you got a quick pump or unless you got a 2-minute dude, it ain't happening.
2 minutes
We
later.
going to sleep on. We going to sleep. We going to sleep.
2 minutes later, dog. Ain't gonna be
2 minutes later, yeah, they gonna right to sleep. They talking about going 7, 8, 9 times. Unless you got a 2-minute brother, you ain't going 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day.
The warrior
Ain't no way.
wore out. 2 minutes later, she over there snoring.
That's right. You can still get a good, like, maybe 4 or 5, maybe. You can still get a good 4 or 5. It ain't no 2-minute person. You can still get a good 4 or 5.
But 9 times, she's sitting there going like this here in one day. Shit, she lying.
I said on a good day they might get 4 or 5, and it ain't no 2-minute person. You got to have stamina when you get married. You know that first year, the newlywed and honeymoon session.
You said 7.
No, I said 4 to maybe 5 times. I said, when you first get married, you got the honeymoon, newlywed session for that first year or 2. Y'all just be doing whatever. That's how it go the first year. Sis.
Yeah, especially if you haven't been like sexually active with your woman. I can definitely I can see what you said. You haven't been sexually active with your woman, y'all get married.
Yeah,
y'all gonna be like 2 rabbits.
That makes sense. It's like
every time you turn around,
like fireworks. I understand. But you've been doing it, you've been sinning, y'all say y'all been fucking since before y'all tied the knot. It ain't happening no 10 times and no honeymoon. Shit. The most you want to get it in maybe 2 or 3 times. Then you be like, all right, let's go get something to eat. I like this. No damn 79, 10 times.
The most are you upset?
Yeah, I ain't never heard that. Even before. You know what I'm saying?
This is propaganda.
Most up. No.
Ain't no 79.
He's like, he ain't seen one like that.
This is sorcery.
I have never seen a woman be like, oh yeah, I wanted 10 times. The most I did it with a woman in a day, maybe 3 times, maybe.
Yeah, we just being extra right now, but
super. Y'all
3, maybe
here,
4.
giving these extra expectations, talking about 10 times a day.
Yeah, maybe 4. I'm saying 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm hitting with you.
It's been a while, man. They over exaggerate.
But I mean, young.
They talking about.
No, listen, I am speaking off my past, but I'm not exaggerating. I'm speaking from experience. So.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you
but when I do get married, I mean that's what I still expect.
You gonna swell up to the point you can't keep doing that 4 and 5 times.
You are going to swell now. It is going to be.
Jojo, that's finally we got somebody to speak some real.
You gotta take a day off.
If you got a man with a decent size, you know what I'm saying?
I mean that's every time though.
And unless you're getting iced down,
all the time.
You got to be like, I do
you.
Ooh.
It ain't matter.
Just set it down.
I mean, it swells for a little bit, then it goes back down.
I hate you.
Gotta have snacks together down there.
All right, make you figure y'all talking about over there.
Baby boy.
I don't know what they talking about.
Baby boy sound like
Jody, my Jody. Jody had no one ass out, boy. I hate you.
got that beat it up right there.
Then they say, she gonna cook, she gonna clean.
You went her ass in tacos too, didn't she?
They're so strong. They so strong, Katie. Ooh, ouch.
We talking about Jody. We talking about Jody. We not talking about you.
No. That was actually off of a
that was way to the left. How did it happen?
Ooh, ouch. Oh man. All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and end this podcast right here. I got like 18 more questions, but we're gonna go ahead and end on this note. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
It sure is.
I'm pretty sure everybody got to get up.
We always got Tuesday.
Yeah, facts. I know Devontae will be down here next week,
Yes.
y'all. So we actually have a live podcast that we're gonna
Two.
Man, yeah, 2 live podcasts that we're gonna do, man. This is gonna be the first time that we've all came together after almost 6 months, man, of doing this thing. This thing already took off, so I'm super excited about that. We're gonna get together, man. We're gonna do some things. We're gonna make sure that we share our whatever we do for that week that he's here, man. We're gonna make sure we share those experiences with y'all. But yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to this thing. We're trying to figure it out. Judge, you wanted to chime in and say something?
Did we hit on Kyrie?
Oh, dang! No! I did not hit on Kyrie. My bad. And that was one of the things. That was one of the 18 things I was talking about. I did want to shine a light on Kyrie. So Kyrie Irving is one of, I don't know if he's the only, but he's one of the only NBA players to not get the COVID-19 vaccine or whatever. He has not got that shot, and they did not extend his contract. So they actually took that out of it. So he was actually getting a extension, or he was offered an extension at the end of the year for like a few years for, a decent amount of money, like millions and millions of dollars. But because he has not got that COVID-19 vaccine or whatever, they took that away. All right. They're saying that if you don't get vaccinated, brother, you're basically going to be a free agent. So they're trying to take away all this man's resources and everything because he refuses to get a shot. And I'm gonna say this before people start chiming in. I stand behind Kyrie 130%, man. For real. If that's what your beliefs are, brother, I honestly hope that he has enough money saved up and he's putting his money, where it needs to be, like as far as investments and stuff. Man, I know you got a couple of brand deals, bro. I hope you're doing that, man. But please stand on this thing. I'm so sick and tired of them forcing us to do things that we don't want to do. So I definitely take my hat off to Kyrie, man. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Keep the fight. And I don't know if my boy from the NFL, Jackson, what's his name for Baltimore, Lamar Jackson. I don't know if he's got the shot or not, but man, listen, bro. I hope you don't get it either, man. For real. Like, I honestly want big time players like this to take a stand and let people know, you're not gonna push us around. You're not gonna force us to do things that we do not want to do. Definitely, I'm glad you said that. I had forgot all about it. My bad. My fault.
Yeah, I saw his video on Instagram where he was talking about it, and he was saying that those people that get it, when they come out, they're reading off of a script. They give them a script to read when it comes to that vaccine. And he's saying the reason that he doesn't want to get it, he's not against anybody who wants to get it. He was saying that if it's going to start with this vaccine, it's going to start being mandatory with this vaccine, then they're going to start taking away our right or our freedom of choice for other things and everything else.
Right.
So that's why he's standing on it now, because if we don't stand for freedom of choice right now with this vaccine, they're just going to start making everything mandatory, and we're not going to have a say in certain things. And the way that he expressed it, he said he don't care about the money. He loves the game of basketball. He hates that he's not able to do what he loves, but there's no amount of money that he would want to be able to take away his freedom of choice. And the way that he worded it, he was like, they think I'm not smart. They think I don't have a brain. They can just tell me anything and then I'm going to do it. And the way he said it, man, he did it right. And I stand behind him too, and anybody else, just like you said.
Yeah, man. And I'm definitely not, if you've gotten a shot or you're planning on getting a shot, it's no shots to y'all at all. But we're just saying people should not be forced to do things that they don't want to do at the end of the day. for real.
And they shouldn't
And
be
I definitely,
bullied for it either.
yeah, man. Like if you don't do this, then we're gonna take away, the way that you make your money, the way that you make a living. Man, come on, man. They don't see any wrong in that. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. Go ahead. I think go ahead, Desiree. You can chime in on this.
I just want to say, because it's a very touchy subject, for a lot of people, it's like it stand for something or fall for anything,
Mhm.
and it's like, why are you forcing people to comply with something that we've always had a choice in? Now it's like, and then you're putting people's lives and families, on the line because, like American Airlines, if they didn't get the shot, they're taking $200 out of their paycheck every time they get paid.
Wow, bro.
So yeah, because they say, because with the fees and stuff that they have are getting charged with, they have to pay it. So you can keep your job, but I'm going to take $200. Or however, I'm not sure exactly how it's going, like $200 a month or $200 per paycheck, but that's still a lot
Dang.
when, like, and then other jobs, oh, well, you have until this date to get this vaccination, or you're not going to be here. You're not going to have a job. So you're firing people because they refuse to get a vaccine? Then these people working from home.
That's crazy, man.
I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some of the stories that I've heard are just like, and then you have on the other hand, oh, if you get the vaccine, we'll give you $100. Oh, we'll give you $500. Why are you paying me? That don't sit well with me. I
That's
don't know.
so.
Yeah, look at Biden. His everything Biden said when he was running for president, it seemed like he lied about it. Oh, we're not gonna make this mandatory, da 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 da.
Yep.
I'm gonna forgive student loans, da 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 lies.
Mhm.
Still waiting. It seemed like he's going against everything. My
Like
bad.
everybody
That
stood over
dead
there.
hit different.
Yeah, yeah. Man, cover.
Sick of the
Just waiting
student
on this
loan.
lady.
You know, it seemed like everything he said that he was gonna do, he has not. He has reneged on so much, and
It's
he's
like he
going against the
hiding.
grain.
It's
Yeah,
like he hiding.
I ain't heard.
He
I ain't
ain't been
heard
on
nothing.
nothing.
He
That
ain't been
boy
on
ain't been at the
damn.
White House. He's still staying at his own crib. Nah,
Listen.
At this time,
Girl,
you haven't even really heard from any of the political party. The matter of it is, this is man-made. Man wanted government. No one ever said we had to have presidents or any of this stuff. Man wanted it. They enforced it. There's always hidden agendas under everything. And so the more that they can distract you from the bigger picture, they're going to continue to distract you from the bigger picture. They say what they say so that they can get in, so that they can be the puppets for the hierarchy people that they work for, so that they can actually get these agendas done. And they just have a sly way of doing them, and that's why they say the things that's pleasing to the ear, and they give you all these promises and empty promises and things, because all they need right now is votes, which of course we know they can rig that too, but still, I'm just saying they do a lot of this stuff to get a lot of support and get a lot of these things done. And while that's going on, and you trying to figure out who you gonna vote for, who you not, why you gonna vote, why you not gonna vote, and figuring all this out, they already working on everything else. I mean, the CDC carries these carried the coronavirus, carried all this other stuff. I mean, people just now realizing the coronavirus. So if you look on your lifestyle and other stuff, it's been said something about coronavirus and stuff on there. A lot of this stuff is around. They just take these viruses and stuff back out that they put in captivity so that they can kill off people, they can dilute the populations and find ways to get rid of people. It's not because it's for the welfare of you sometimes. I mean, even look with the Tuskegee situation. They told them they was getting free health care. They was sitting up there giving them AIDS and syphilis and everything in between. And any shot that you get, period, you get a little bit of whatever that is so that your body can fight it off. So you have to be very mindful on anything that you do. I know some people that's gotten the shot and they may have had symptoms. They may not have. They might have been fine. I know some people. This lady was telling me the other day. She's like, I know a couple women. They've got the shot, and they've actually had miscarriages since they got the shot. Because I mean, there was the thing talking about how it's making women sterile and stuff. So I mean, it's just so many different scenarios and different things out here, and they actually were people who gotten the shot. So it's just like you never know. I know some people that got COVID even after they got the shot. So, and a lot of people are under the impression of, oh, if I get the shot, I don't have to wear my mask. I'm not gonna get the corona. I'm not gonna this. I'm not gonna that. No, you still need to wear your mask. You still need to be respectful of other people and people around you. I've been where I went in a store and I've seen an older guy tell his wife, "Oh, they don't have no sign out here saying we got to wear our mask," and put his mask in his pocket and walk in the grocery store. Like that's what we doing because you don't want to cover your face for people. So, and then it's like South Carolina governor says he can't mandate you to wear a mask, but North Carolina right across the street, and he's mandated it. So it kind of doesn't make sense. It's more of what people are choosing and they're picking and choosing. And it is, to me, I feel like a modern day slavery. Um, and like I tell my clients and I tell anybody, if you felt comfortable getting the shot and that's what you felt for yourself, that's great. I don't have any ill will against you. I respect you and your decisions. But as for me, I just don't see it. I don't have a reason as to really why to get it. I feel like everything's been protecting me. I'm gonna stay prayed up and keep practicing what I'm doing. But you have to, I think that's a decision that you have to make within yourself. But if you don't take the stands, there are going to be ways that they are, like you guys are saying, they are going to try to have other ways to like bend your hand to do that. And so now it's like, no, we're not in chains anymore as far as slavery and being on plantations, but you are still giving modern day slavery by taking away the free will of being able to say, I do or do not want to do this to my body.
Facts. Facts. I tell you what, I definitely won't be following up after that. Anybody else want to chime in? Yeah,
No.
yeah. What she said. What she said. Yo, man, it's definitely been fun, man. I really do appreciate everybody that tuned in on IG, on Katie Production INC, people that chimed in on the Truth Podcast on IG, everybody that chimed in on Facebook, YouTube, and the people that are still watching right now. Yo, thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in. We really do appreciate you guys. Does anybody have anything that they want to add before we get out of here? Again, guys, next week, Devontae will be here. So we haven't made the decision if we're going to do it on Devontae. You won't be here until after Friday, correct?
Correct. I'll be here Saturday morning.
All right. So we will not do the podcast that Friday because Devontae will be traveling. All right.
Yes,
So,
and I have a very early morning flight. My flight is 6 a.m.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah. So Friday, y'all, we will be doing a podcast on Tuesday, but the next one is going to be sometime that weekend. So y'all just be on the lookout for that. Other than that, everybody said they're good. Everybody's good. Oh, go ahead, Bridget.
I would just say knowledge is power. So definitely make sure that you guys are doing your research out here and that you're just not taking people's word for things, but you are actually looking and doing your own research. Get around people that are like-minded and that are elevating and not those that aren't getting results.
Thanks. And you definitely want to follow behind Katie because he does have the results. You know what I'm saying? I'll let me on the slide. Anyway, anywho, man, wait, y'all can still hear that. Look at they over here laughing on IG, man. Y'all some chaps.
You the chap. That's
Listen,
you
we
the
got
chap.
a lot of stuff coming out, man. We even have some the Truth Podcast merch that's coming out. I haven't told the group about that just yet, but yeah, the Truth Podcast merch is coming soon. We already got our logo that's been made by a friend and family of Bridget. Man, we're gonna make sure we leave his information up here so you guys will be able to contact him. I want to give a huge shout out to my brother LaCarlos, man, for giving me a quick little cut or whatnot. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna do a whole little spiel about that as well, because bruh is the barber. Like, he's the GOAT when it comes to them clippers, man. I promise you. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast right here, man. Y'all be beautiful, be blessed, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Hey, everybody.